day in my life. You know me, my dog, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread and to...
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Brooklyn Beats and the Oklahoma City Nighthawks. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Hill. It's a foot race. Touchdown. A big play there. 66 yards. And they're able to strike first here on their opening drive. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the ready. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
2nd and 6. It's caught by OBJ. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Gordon on 1st down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to have it coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
50, plant. Here we go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determine that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, Parker. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to launch this thing way down and got his man complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
50's the mark. 50's the mark. Switch.
On 3rd down, here's Hill. There he goes, right side. And touchdown. A great play there. 78 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets into the end zone for... touchdown. A big play there. 70 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First down, Brooklyn.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports.
14-14.
look to throw here on first down. It's Hill, complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Let's go. 15 run. 15 run. Get the ball.
On first down, Thompson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
52's the money. Got water, got water.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On third down, it's Hill. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Able to get this to Gordon. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll look to throw here. He finds his target, Beckham. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the the 36-yard line.
Set, ready, 10 Lobo. Let him know, let him know.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On second down, they'll run with Gordon, and he'll be taken down at the 34. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
First down, Chiefs.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Flush to his right. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, Hill. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Let's get it.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Down.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? Odell Beckham Jr. And he will take it in for the touchdown. Odell Beckham, 68 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown from 19 yards away as they have taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead with the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Mark 55! Mark 55! Wild Bill!
Protein spill. Let's go.
2nd and 11. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. You take it right on the 30. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will have a touchdown. It's a punt return score of 70 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
And that jumps the excitement level up a few notches, doesn't it? What a big-time punt return for a touchdown. Now their cohorts on the special team side, they've got to add the PAT.
That would be the equalizer. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get some. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Again, it's Hill. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go with Hill. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 30, 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. 65 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Topper!
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 times, 2 times. You got 3 down, 3 down.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
He'll drop to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Meanwhile here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. They run it again with Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And we'll see what he can do on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Got it.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not...
There he goes, right side. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. 96 yards. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They go play action here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A.J. Brown, 44 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point by Fairbairn up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The decision to go for it doesn't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the pistol, here's Hill. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Ready, ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, Zoo.
55,
Get it.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
We've been to enough practices to recognize what we saw there. That was good coaching, right? Taking care of the football, protecting it, making sure you don't give anything up. But boy, oh boy, that's hard for a lot of quarterbacks to give up on a play, isn't it?
Yeah, but he did the right thing, protect the football, because I think you saw what I saw. There was really nothing downfield.
And nothing downfield. If you try and force it, sometimes you turn a bad play into something way worse. And
his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter to them. One moves on, one goes home.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel, get a bird's eye view. Hotel, get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones, throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They